Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is June from Red Daisy Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm so glad to be here today. I have fun fold plans for today. We are going to be making a box card. I'm excited to make this with you. I think I've got it all planned out. So, well, at least the fun fold part of it is planned out. I thought the rest we could create together. So, thanks for joining. Tell me where you're watching from in the comments. Say hello. It's great to have you here this week. We are going to be playing with the August Time for Cake Paper Pumpkin. And I am going to put us down to the table and we are going to get started. All right, so as I mentioned, we are going to be making a box card, and I have like my little template here that I was playing with on how to create it, but basically it would be a card that you could send in the mail. It would fold up and it would go in the mail. But we are going to create and decorate this with the Time for Cake. So it is great to have you all here. And I am using I used a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock from Petal Pink, and I have cut it 9 inches by 5.5 inches. I guess I could have used an 8.5 by 11. I just had the 12-inch handy. Then you are going to score this at 1/2 inch. Okay, that gets us to the 8.5. Then it's going to be at 2 3/8. Let's see if I can tell you this accurately. Then it is 4 3/4. Why don't I use my ruler so I cannot have to tell you this by guessing? There we go. All right, yes, 1/2 inch, 2 1/8. No, excuse me, 1/2 inch, 2 5/8. Then 4 3/4. Then it is 6 and no, it's right on the 7. Right on. No, it's no, I came back. Yeah, 6 7/8. Let me do this one more time, okay? Sorry about that, guys. It's hard to see all this. Okay, 1/2 inch. Then you have 2 5/8 inch. Then you have 4 3/4. Then you have 6 7/8. And that's it. Okay, so you're going to have a 9 by 5.5 inch piece, and you're going to score it on the long side at the 1/2 inch, the 2 5/8, 4 3/4, and 6 7/8 of an inch. Then you're going to turn it, I would say, to the right, and you are going to score at, get this the right way, 3 inches. Okay, and that is all the scoring. Hi, Judy. Great to have you watching with us today. I'm thrilled to have you here. Thanks for saying hello. All right, so now we are going to, I also have 3 strips that are 1 inch wide by 3 1/8, and they are scored at a 1/2 inch on both sides, and there are 3 of them. Okay, and so that just helps us get going here. So I'm going to get my bone folder out. We're going to do some burnishing of the score lines that we have here. And we are going to put our card together. And let's just go this way with this. All right, so that's going to lay out nicely. Looks like I've got it going together nicely. All right, the shortest side, which is not the 3 inches, the other side that's shorter, you're going to trim off this little 1/2 inch strip right down here at this part. And I'm actually trying to go just a teensy tiny bit past that score line, just so I can have like a clean edge there. And then I am just giving a slight little kind of pie shape right there at the edge of the score line, so that I don't lose much of this, but that it's not going to poke up. So you can see it's a little bit slanted right here. Okay. And then we are going to cut down these 3 score lines right on the score line. We may end up trimming some of those. We'll see how it all goes together, but it's hard to cut right on a score line unless you're using a trimmer. So just know that that's the case. So I'm just going to trim off a sliver here of this, just so that it's not so funky, and the edge of it is not so, I don't know, it's kind of bulky looking from the scoring piece. Okay, so that is how our card will go together, and then these will fold out like so. And well, I guess one of them won't necessarily fold out, but we will figure that out as we go. All right, so this is how this goes together. And so before I put this together, I want to make sure I'm doing this accurately. So I am going to just look at my little prototype here and make sure I have it going down correctly. So we're going to take one of our 1-inch strips, and we're actually going to glue it down in here, and you want it to be up here close to, I did it down here and that won't work. So you're going to want to some either tear and tape or liquid glue. You really want to make sure that these are secured inside of here. And so I'm putting that just on the left side of the score line, so that when we glue this side down, it's going to go in the right spot. All right, and then I'm going to flip that open, and we're going to put a second one down, and that one is going to go right. I'm making it about 1/8 of an inch away from the other one I laid down in here. So I don't know if you can see that. It's just about 1/8 of an inch separating the two right here, like so. And I'm going to put the third one in. And that is going to go right here. Again, only about 1/8 of an inch difference. And then they're just going right there on top of each other. I'm just making sure these are all folded before I put glue on them. Okay. Because what we want to do is Oh no, did I do this wrong? No, they're going to lay flat, but I want to make sure they're folded so that whenever I open it up, they're bending already. Okay, so that one is going to go right here like so. Okay, so we're going to glue these down first. All right, and then we're going to have those, they're going to be glued into here. All right, like so. And then we're going to fold it this way and put all the sides together is what's going to happen. So I'm just kind of showing you how to put it together without having to fumble with a lot of pieces in some weird spaces. All right, so that's what we're doing here. I fear I have way too much glue on there, so I'm not going to press out too much on this. I just want that to glue down. See how that's going to look right here? So when these fold down, these are going to be at the front or at the top of the card base for us to put our balloons on. So we're going to have like a little array of balloons standing up in there. Okay. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this in, and then we're going to bring this over, and that's going to go right there. And it's going to give us our box. Okay. That's what we're doing next. I just want to make sure all this is glued down good before we do that. So now I'm going to take some glue and put on this side here, like so. I get my glue back in my holder. And then this is going to lay right on there. And just making sure I'm making it even on here. It's got a little bit of bulk here from those pieces we put in, but it's going to work out, I think, just great. Okay, so I may have put that one a little too close to the front, but I think it's going to work out just fine. We'll have a place to put things when, oh, I see what it's wanting to do. That piece is there. All right, what can we do? What can we do to fix that? I think I know what I want to do. There we go. All right. I had to do a little bit of snipping inside of here. What was happening was the piece that was folding down was preventing this piece from laying flat. And so I don't know if you can see or not, but I just trimmed it right there, and that's going to work out just fine. So it's all, everything is glued down nicely. It's not coming apart, which we don't want it to do, right? And we will, this will be towards the back of the card, so that will not be any problem. All right, so that is how it looks right there. It's going to be mostly covered up by things we'll have stuck in there, but this is our card base for our Funfold box card. Okay, so that is how it would go in the mail. It would go right into a regular envelope, just like so. Okay. Now, once we put things on here, it's going to probably need some extra postage. So just be aware of that and what you decide to add to it. Okay. And this piece here is going to always probably stand up. So we'll put something back here to stabilize that. We'll add some cardstock, and this would be where you probably can write a message. Okay, so just to kind of give you the layout of how this will work. Okay, so what do you think about that card base idea? You've probably seen them before, and they may have been created a little bit differently, but that is what I came up with today. So I'm going to get my trimmer out because we are going to need to cut some pieces to go on our card base. And I want to use this envelope piece here for the part that's going to go on the bottom of the card here, okay? It's a little tricky, right, Susan? It's a little tricky. But I don't feel like I was fumbling around with a lot of stuff, so I'm taking off just a sliver of the envelope so we can get it open. And let's see what we have here. We have this piece inside of here. Now, since this space here is 2 1/8 inch, I want these to be 1 7/8 inch wide. And then I think this is 2 1/2, or no, this is the 3. So I want that to be 2 3/4. So I want a 1. Yeah, I want a 1 7/8 by a 2 3/4 piece here. So let's see what we can get. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this edge off. And let's go ahead and do the 2 3/4 right here. And get that. And then let's see, let's just trim this off. A little white edge there. And so now I want 1 7/8 piece 1 time and 2 times. Okay, so I got 1 and I got 2 so far right here. Let's see if we can get a third one out of here, which I think we can. So let's see if I trim this off of here, like so, get another straight edge. And if I do the 1 7/8, or can I get the 2 3/4? Let's see. Oh, we sure can. All right, so we could actually get 4 out of here. So another 1 7/8 right here. Okay, so, and we don't need one for the back. We're going to use, I'm going to put a white piece of cardstock on that back side. So let me just do this. Let's see how wide this is, because I think I would rather it be this one. Yeah, 1 7/8. We'll do some stamping on this one as well. And I'm guessing this is already 5 1/4. So that's going to work out perfectly for the back. Okay, so we have some extra pieces here. And then we will figure out what we are going to do for our other pieces. Okay, so we're going to have this white piece is going to be put on the back panel here, and that's going to help stiffen that up so that it doesn't want to flop open. Okay, and we'll do some stamping on this. All right, and then we will add these pieces around the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and set those aside. So now I need a piece for here, here, and here, and here. So I want to use the card. I think this is what I want. I think I want to use this piece to put on here. I think it will make a nice contrast for this card. The other option would be to use this, oh goodness, Moody Mauve envelope piece to put out here. So any thoughts? Anybody want to give me a weigh in? Should we use the Night of Navy or the Moody Mauve to put on the outside? I could do 2 and 2. So give me both, or give me Moody Mauve or Night of Navy. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Midnight Blue, but Night of Navy. Anybody? We're going to give it a second, see what you guys got for us. Meanwhile, I'm going to get out some of our balloons that we're going to use in here. Going to use some of our balloons. I think I might want to use a candle. Anybody's going to give us the idea of what to do, what they might like? We might cut some of those off to use as well. Night of Navy. All right, that's the plan. That's where I was going. Okay, so for this side, we need another 1 7/8 by 2 1/4. So 1 7/8 by 2 1/4. Let's see what we got. 2 1/4. Can we get 2 of them this way? We are not going to get 2 that way. 2 1/4. Go this way. So then 1 7/8. I think this will look so nice next to that. Yeah. All right. So we have that piece, that piece. Now we do another 2 1/4. And 1 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Awesome. All right. So that's going to get us our base made up, and then we will begin to decorate. Very fun. All right, so let's go ahead and put that together. So I'm going to put this down right back here, but we want to do some stamping on it first. So we have our stamps here. So we might want to put a number on the front. So I'm thinking of putting happy birthday, make a wish. Now we might put happy birthday on the front too. So let's just put make a wish on this back side, and we can add a couple of the balloons. I think that would be good. All right, so let me get some blocks out here for all these fun stamps that we have. So make a wish, and then we have the balloon with the stars, and then we have the striped balloon. All right, so I'm going to use the Night of Navy for the sentiment, but I'm going to do the balloons, I think, and the Moody Mauve. So let's get that out here, and we have our foam mat ready to go. We already know these stamps are well ready to go. I think my Night of Navy might need some juice, some re-inking to it. How's everybody doing today? Have you had a good weekend? We had 2 games this week, and it was a lot of fun. Both the games were tolerable, like sitting outside weather. I said I was going to use Moody Mauve. I'm still going to. The Saturday game that was at 1:30 in the afternoon, like it was so windy, which was very nice, I will say. But the first part of the game was a little, what do I want to say? it was cool. It was actually very delightful. But then it got warm, and it was a long, long game. Those poor kids, oh my gosh. So there's our balloons, and the marker is not super handy right now, but I would draw like little lines on here. Let me see if I can get to it without too much trouble here. I think I can get to it. Should have had that out earlier. Okay, so here's my little marker. I'm making like little loops to hold on to the string. And there we have it. So cute. Very fun. All right, we'll keep that out just in case we want it again. And anyway, it was fun. My oldest did great in the band, and the other one, I'm not sure if he's totally into it yet. I think he was getting bored. It was like a 2.5-hour game, y'all. That's like really long time, I think, for kiddos. All right, that's not where it goes. I want to make sure I'm getting in the right spot. It's going right here. Okay, so this is where this is going to go down. Susan, I know you had some games. How were your games? Did you have a good weekend? All right. That's going to be our back. It's going to stabilize us and get us all good right there. Okay. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on right here like so. And get this scooted up so I'm not out of the shot of the camera. And I'm going to put this right here like so. And then this one's going to get this one right on here. I actually tried to find like a pattern for this and really just couldn't find anything I liked. And I ended up just deciding on my own what I wanted here. So I hope it wasn't too complicated of a design. At least it'll be on the recording for anybody that wants to come back and try it out. But the balloons just really made me think like we've got to do a box card and have the balloons standing up in the back. So this is going to go, I say it's going pretty quick, but I don't know, maybe not. It's already been 30 minutes. Okay, so we have these two pieces to put down on this side, like so. Yeah, I think a lot of these kids, it's their first time, playing football. And I mean, I think the folks on the other team, they were having some struggles just counting the people, right? Like, I think 2 or 3 times they were caught with too many people on the field. It was kind of hilarious. Yeah. Yes. I can only imagine how long you're there. for the games. If you have one at 9 and again at 11, holy smokes. All right, so we are going to put this one right back here like so. And then we will have all these pieces on, and we're going to get to some playing with where to put the balloons. Now I chose some vellum strips to put the balloons on for when they're standing up in here. I don't think you're going to see it really when we get them put in there. So one is getting stuck on the bottom. So we're going to have that. But what I thought is I could actually draw a line on here for the balloons, like the tail of them. And that would kind of help it a bit. So I am going to use glue dots for this to put them onto the vellum. So we're just going to start with these 3, and then I might fussy cut some out of this other piece here from the other card base. And so I'm going to go ahead and put on my, and I'm going to trim this off. I don't know how long or short, we want them. So I'm going to just do different sizes. All right, so now we have the pink one here. And I'm just, again, this strip is a 1/2 inch of vellum, is in case you're wanting to know that. So there we have that one. Made it a little bit longer. And then, of course, we have our big balloon here. And this one probably doesn't need to be very long, but we'll figure that out as well. But like so. And if it's hidden, it's hidden. All right, so we can start with these guys right here. So if we're looking at this like here, I think I want the big one to be in the back. I may actually put it on that side of the card. So if the balloon is gonna, if we're laying down and closing up that way, right, I want to make sure if I want it to be offside that I'm putting it offside on the right, on the correct side for the folding. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional right on here. And I'm just going to put it right there where I think that's where I want it. So, and I am putting this vellum piece below here. And I'm just making sure that the top of my balloon doesn't go beyond the top of this, okay? So I'm making it pretty flush with the top. So that is how it's going to be in there, okay? And so the vellum piece just went behind there, but you can see the little ribbon that I had drawn on there, but it's not very noticeable, the vellum itself, okay? And then we're going to come in and do a pink one, maybe up like that, okay? So this one, we're going to put the dimensional onto the vellum strip. And I'm going to stick that in here, right? And it's going on the front side of that other strip. Okay, so these two are both kind of attached to this back strip that only had about a smidge of space there, but it just is creating the background, okay, like so. And then when you have it sitting up, you can see the little vellum string right on there. Okay, now this one I thought we would put up here, and I could also put it down on this side, but I really think I want it over here, more kind of centered between the two. And so I am going to use a glue dot for this. I only used a dimension on those other ones was to create a little bit of space there, because they're so close together to begin with. So here I'm putting this down inside of there. So now we have it like that. So there are 3 different levels and kind of centered on top of each other so that they're all there. All right. And so now I do think I'm going to want a couple of these little tiny balloons here. And so I'm going to just fussy cut some of these out, and I'll leave a little white edge around them just to, I guess, give them a little bit of size because they're pretty small. I would stamp some, but to be honest, they're not any bigger. Okay. And these are just a little bit of filler. All right. So we got one, and we'll do this one here. Like so. Maybe we'll do 3 of these. We have 4. Maybe we'll do them all. So we have that one. I kind of like both of these because they bring in all the colors that we're using. So I know probably fussy cutting isn't anybody's favorite thing, but I actually enjoy it. I won't necessarily say I enjoy doing it while we're live because I feel like I'm slow and taking up too much time, but I do enjoy it most of the time. So, and then I guess while I'm doing this, I should say, like, today is the 8th, and so we are only a couple of days away from, registering for the September Paper Pumpkin, which is the Autumn Abundance kit. I'm very excited for that kit. I think the colors are so beautiful, and it's going to have ephemera. I think it said ephemera pack inside there. So it's going to have some pieces for us to really kind of be creative with, and I just love that kind of thing. So that sounds like fun. All right. So I don't necessarily need the strip to be this wide for these ones. So I'm going to kind of trim it in half here to just get more from this. And I'm going to see what we got. But let's see. If I put one on here, let's see. I think I want to just make a bunch of these. All right, I'm going to use a glue dot to put my balloons on to this. I think it's going to be the right size for it. Like so. And let's do the second one here. And do another one. And we can cut this one down. And our fourth balloon, that's going to give us 7 balloons in there. Do I know anybody that's going to be 7? That would be great, wouldn't it? All right, let's do some little squiggly lines on here. Just to keep with the flow of things. All right. Have you guys played with your kit yet? Anybody? All right, let's see here. I think I'm gonna put this guy on this side. Let's get our glue dot on here. And trying to figure out the layout for this. I think I want them to be higher next time, but that's good. We got one. All right, so now let's put our glue dot lower on here. That was my problem. I couldn't get it down where I wanted it. Oh, it's really cute, isn't it? Look at all those balloons. Very fun. Very fun. I think I want to add some Winkostella on this one with the stripes. Just adding a little bit of wink on there. All right, so now let's get another glue dot on here, like so. I think we'll just stick this one right next to this one. You see that? Right next to it. Cute, cute, cute. All right, so we got one more. And I'm going to put this one in the front here. Right up here. Oops. Right here. And that's where we got our balloons. What do you think? Very cute, huh? What do you think? I hope you like it. All right, so that's our balloons. They're going to open it up. Ta-da, all the balloons. Very fun. All right, so now let's add, I think we might add our candle right up here because that would be popping up in that space. I think that would be great. Now I want to stamp on here, so I'm going to need my candle, the little candle stamp, and I have a block here. Let's put our dimensionals back out of the way. Where did my ink go? Get the Night of Navy ink out. And I knew that this would take, like I'd said, I thought we were doing good on time, but I really did think like this is going to take the whole time, just about. So thanks for hanging in there with me on this. You know what? I want to do another one. Let's add 2 on here. So let's do that like so. Very good. All right, that's going to be fun to add right up here on here. So I'm going to use another glue dot, and I think right there is where I want it. So I'm going to kind of put it slanted a bit there. It's going to close that way. There we go. All right, and then we'll put another one on it, and we'll have them crisscrossing almost right here, like so. So they're not covering the balloons or anything like that. And then we're going to use a banner on here. And I have some white left. So I was thinking of putting a piece here with a number. I'm going to close this for now because we're going to need it again. Let me see what this space is like. So we have let's see. If I've got a little square on here, I think I could do like 1.5. Just I'm afraid like these are too big. How big are these? They're 1 inch. Okay, so if we did 1.5 by, let's see, 1.5, that might work, by 1 5/8, 1.5 by 1 5/8. I think that would work. One and a half, and then 1 5/8. Just think we need that piece before I can figure out what numbers I can put on there. So let's see if I can get can I put 40 on there? Yes. Okay. Feel like I do this better if they're a little haphazard, but let's see what we can do. Because I'd like to be able to put the 40th up here. Where's our if? Our th. I think that's going to work. All right. Let's see what we got here. I can get this a little. There we go. Doing a little huffing on it. You know about huffing? It came out cute, Susan, didn't it? I know I'm kind of crazy. I'm just over here winging it, aren't I? Y'all think I'm crazy. All right, so we got our 40th, and that's going to go right here. We'll put it on some dimensionals, okay? And then I'm trying to decide now about our sentiment, because maybe we can move this up and do the happy birthday down here. I wonder if it will fit. So if we put that up like that, and did a happy birthday on the banner. May not work. I wonder if I just need to put it up here on the balloon. I just don't know if I want it up there on that balloon. Oh. So I think because it's so wide, it's not going to work on there. So the banner does not, if it closes that way, it doesn't allow me. It would be like I have to put the banner off center. That's going to look weird. So that is not going to happen. All right. So now let's see about this pink strip, because we could put that down here and it would kind of go off to the side. I could put a candle on there. That would look cute, maybe. Oh, I think I like that better. Okay. All right. Let's get it going here. Happy birthday. Where are we? Happy birthday. All right. So that's going to work on there. And you don't have to make a box card. You could do the same thing, just layering it up with dimensionals on a flat card. So would be as easy, right? So it doesn't have to be the box. All right, so this little guy is going to go right down here like so. I'm going to put him all the way over. And I'm going to glue this down. Then we're going to put the 40th above that on dimensionals, and like so. And this little guy does not, I suppose you could fold that down like so. And then when it comes up, you just have that. It's going to get caught. Those candles are going to get caught. But I would say leave that down when you fold it up. That's what I would do. Just FYI. All right, we need one more candle and to go on here. So let's do that really quick before we finish this up. And we'll call this a day, but I am pleased with how this came out. I hope you like it. It's definitely different. And 100% a June creation. So very fun for that. Okay, this little guy is going to go right here. We're going to use a glue dot for that. I'm not usually using this many glue dots on my cards, but today is the day. It's a little bit sticking out there. All right. All right. So that's how that goes. And now we just add our 40th right here with some dimensionals. Let's see, I could still use the big ones. I'm getting to where I have so many little ones. My big ones are getting used up because I don't like to use the little ones unless I need them. How do you feel? Or does it matter to you? I just feel like I'm using so many of the little ones. Oh, that's really cute, y'all. I think it's so cute. So I've got this, I know y'all can't see it entirely that way, but here we go. It looks like so cute. Don't you love it? 40th, happy birthday. And then you have a Make-A-Wish on the back, a place to sign. It fits in your envelope like so. Perfect. And actually, there's not too many places where you have double dimensionals, so it may not require extra postage at all, but it will totally fit inside this envelope without any issue. Any issue at all, right? Oh, I'm so glad. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I'll have some more things for you next week, but we won't continue. We're almost at an hour, and I don't want to keep you for another 30 minutes. So very fun. I'm so glad I got to see y'all today. Don't forget about signing up for oh, thank you, Judy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging in there with us. And don't forget to get your subscription in for the September Paper Pumpkin. We'll have another week at least of the Time for Cake. So I'll have some other fun things next week. Thinking about doing some birthday tags. So we might do that. I have another fun-filled idea in my head, so we might put that together as well. So thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your week and your weekend. Excuse me, great rest of your weekend and a great week ahead. Bye, everybody.